Maya here. I hope you're doing good. I hope you're doing really well. So I want to get into your reading and I want to see what are the good things that are coming your way, or something that's good that's coming your way as we move throughout December and we go into January of 2024. So let's hop right into this. If you would like a personal reading, the link is in the description box below. So spirit guides, angels, ancestors, we got the star coming out. I don't know if you can see it, but we got the star coming out here for you. What does Leo need to understand as far as the good things that are coming Leo's way at this time? I hope you're doing all right, Leo. Hope December thus far has been treating you okay and that you've been doing all right, that you're in good spirits during this holiday season. And for my ones who may not have loved ones or people that are nearby that they get to spend the holiday seasons with, just know that my love goes out to you, my heart goes out to you, because this time of year is not always easy for people. We have the Five of Cups in the reverse. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, if I can get it to focus. Maybe not. There we go. Five of Cups in the reverse. Let's get a couple more. We got the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. I'm hearing let that hurt go. Let that hurt go. So I don't know if you're letting some hurt that you've gone through go. Maybe you've already let it go. Maybe you're telling somebody like, hey, get over it. Like, stop. You can't keep crying over spilled milk. Like, you gotta let that hurt go at some point. And the Three of Swords in the reverse. What I say? Let that hurt go. Okay. And what do we have here? On the bottom of the deck, we got the Hierophant. Anesthesia. Is it pronounced anesthesia? Y'all know y'all gotta forgive me. Anesthesia, anesthetic. That's what's coming to mind. And then I'm hearing like a ding. So somebody getting on an elevator. I don't know if somebody maybe lives in like a high rise or like an apartment complex condo where of course you have elevators to get to your unit. But it's linking me to two different things here, Leo. A pre-you and a post-you. And this is where the good thing is coming in, because it feels like pre-you, Leo, because I'm picking like mother wound. Mother wound is the first thing that's coming to my mind. So I don't know if there's a mother wound that you have. Maybe you and your mother may have not had always the best relationship. Maybe you've gone through certain experiences, whether traumatic or unfavorable, with your mother that may have left you wounded at some point in your life, or maybe in your childhood. But I think when I think back to let that hurt go, it's like you can't hold on to what may have happened in your younger years to take that forward into your adult years or into your later stages in life. It's like you're shedding that. But through shedding that, whether again you've already shed it and let it go, whether you're in the process of letting it go and making peace and coming to a place of acceptance of it, it's like your energy is becoming more magnetized through letting her go. And let me just make this even on a broader context, because it may not even be your mother, except for I am getting mother wound. But let me just make this a little broader. Even if it's not your mother, there's still this wound that you may have dealt with, some form of trauma that you dealt with as a child or in your younger years. And all of us have our traumas, right? But it's highlighting this because it's like you are working on that. You have worked through that. You have processed that, or you're in that process. And the more that you're letting that cloud off of your energy, the more your energy is increasing, your vibration is increasing, your frequency is increasing, which means how you're showing up to the world is in a higher vibration. You're feeling a little more light on your feet. It's like you finally have gotten to a place of acceptance, or you're moving into a place of acceptance where it's like, if I could overcome this trauma, or if I could overcome this wound, nothing else really truly matters, right? It's like, if I can get through that dark time, or if I can get through that dark era in my life, then anything else that comes, I know I can overcome it. I know I can surpass it. If I can get through that, I know that there's nothing else that can really hold me back. And because of that, again, you're vibrating higher. And I think you are like a moth to a flame, attracting people to you. You are attracting opportunities to you. You are attracting circumstances to you that are more pleasant. And what's interesting about this, because I heard that ding, again, getting on the elevator, but it's like top floor. You're going up. I think you're a part of the good thing. This would be like post you, is not only are you raising in vibration and frequency, but you're raising you're becoming more expensive. What? It's weird, because I don't mean in a literal sense, but because you've gone through that healing, or you've moved through those experiences, so that way now you're in a space of acceptance. Your boundaries are much better. how you carry yourself is much more definitive, and you don't allow just anybody back into your space. You're just not allowing half-ass relationships, half-ass people, half-ass jobs, just things that don't surmount to where you are right now in life. You're asking for the most, you're asking for the best, because you know that's where you're at and you deserve that, because you had to go through all of the processes just to get here. So now that I'm here and I'm vibrating at a higher frequency, I want and I deserve and I want to be around circumstances, people, and situations that can meet me where I'm at. It's like people are having to qualify. Jobs are having to qualify. Relationships, they're having to qualify to be in your life, because you didn't go through all that work. You didn't go through all that healing. You didn't go through all that releasing just to allow the same people at those lower level frequencies or vibrations into your life. You've gone through the healing, and you now understand even further your worth and what you truly deserve. So jobs that aren't even on the same level, the pay that isn't on the level of what you know that you deserve right now, you're not accepting it. You're not accepting half-ass anything. This is like, I know what I deserve. I know my worth, and that's what I'm striving for. But again, because it feels like you're going up in elevation, people are gravitating to you. You're making your dreams, you're making your desires, you're making your wants very clearly known. Jasmine is coming through, like the fragrance, like jasmine, the smell of jasmine and lavender is coming through. I don't know if somebody's making a tea, if somebody has like essential oils, or just kind of like maybe like a candle or something, air freshener. That's what I'm like smelling as far as scent. The letter S, the letter C, H, S is in Sam, C is in cat, H is in Henry as well. But not to get off my point. I'm sorry. You know how I get sometimes. But as you're increasing, like I said, in elevation, your energy is becoming further hypersensitive, because your discernment and your awareness of what you want is very defined by you. And because you're hypersensitive, you're able to discern other people, if they're going to be able to fit into your new life, if they're going to be compatible, if they're going to be able to qualify. And you're not just accepting, you're not just keeping loyalties and ties to people and jobs and friends and relationships just because out of the principle of loyalty. Sometimes loyalty does not pay. Sometimes loyalty does not benefit us. Even though in our heart of hearts, you know, we could take pride in being a loyal person. Guess what? You are a Leo. So that is one of those areas where you take pride in your loyalty. But sometimes them loyalties will get us cut. They will get us hurt. And it can be at our own detriment. So it's like you're removing, and you have removed those ties of loyalties to people, to jobs, to situations that don't pay you that same respect, that don't give you that same honor, that don't hold the same level of integrity. And that's because you're rising upwards. So I would ask you, Leo, because the star is here. So that's make a wish, whatever it is that you want. Of course, we may not get it when we want it. We may not get it on the time frame of when we want it. But I think because you've become so clear in who you are, and you are making people qualify. You are making jobs qualify. You are making circumstances qualify, because you had to go through all the work to get yourself to this position. What is it that you want? What is it that you truly want in this? And I think that's the good thing, because the more we get the distractions, the more we let that hurt go, the more we realize that people that may have been in our life that aren't healed to the capacity of where we're at or on the same level, they have the potential to hurt people, right? Hurt people. And if they haven't worked through those hurts, you don't want to be caught in the crosshair of that fire of you getting hurt just because your loyalty kept those people in your life, kept those jobs in your life, kept them circumstances in your life. Now you get to say, what do I want for myself? And it's like maybe this is just the new year energy. It's like you're putting you first. It's like no more. Maybe it's that new calendar year is like the fresh start. Or maybe you've already been on this path, but I'm just speaking in general terms. Maybe the calendar year is that fresh start where it's like no más, no more, no bueno. Okay, hasta luego. I can't deal with it. The last thing that's coming to my mind is Rehab by Amy Winehouse. This is a test. Oh, this is a test. Sometimes I hate using that word, but this feels like a test. Because if I'm getting rehab, this is reminding me of like, and I'll give you an example of people who are saying they're going to change, or they're going to work on themselves, or they're going to get help, or they're going to adjust their behavior or correct some things about themselves. But just like the song says, they try to make me go to rehab, but I won't go. This is keeping in mind that a leopard never changes his spots. I'm not saying that people cannot change, but I think this is the beauty of you being in this stage of your life where your discernment has become more sharpened and more clear, where a person can say, I'm going to make these changes about myself. I want you in my life. I still want to keep that friendship. I still want to keep this family relationship. I still want to keep that romantic relationship. But you'll be able to tell because you actually did the work. So because you did the work and you are working on yourself, you can spot when somebody's not truly doing that work. So when these people or a person is saying, okay, I'm doing the work, or I'm making those changes, or I have changed, you'll be able to tell through your own personal healing how much that person has changed or not. And because you're making people qualify, situations qualify, they have to show and prove themselves. You will see that those people haven't changed. Even if it's in a job situation, they don't want you to go. They don't want you to leave. Well, what has really changed? And you'll be able to see based upon you knowing your and understanding your worth, that me staying in this job or in this position is not going to benefit me. Nothing has changed but the words that are coming out of your mouth because you don't want me to leave this job. That's what this, I hope this makes sense. You know, I hope this makes sense. But I think the new year, the good thing is not only what you've done as far as the work on yourself, but I also think the good thing here is that you are putting your aspirations, your inspirations, your ambitions, and your desires for your future. I don't care how big they are or how small they are. But you're putting that on the forefront. And that's like your line of focus, whether that is getting a new job, bettering your finances, finding living a home or housing situation, or moving, starting that business, getting that relationship, bettering relationships. It's like you're putting that on the forefront because you understand that's what you deserve. You understand your self-worth. But you know those new circumstances that you truly want qualifies to be in your life. And anything else and less than does not. So Leo, as far as the good thing goes here, I think the good thing is you. And I think that's something to be so proud of. And I actually really love this reading. I think that's something to be so proud of. I think that's something to be really admired. I think that's something where you have to take a second and give yourself grace. You got to take a second and give yourself a pat on the back. I know a lot of times life is moving fast and we're making strides, or we're accomplishing things, or we're doing our healing, and we don't take a moment for ourselves just to sit and say, thank you for doing this for me. Leo, thank you for caring so much about yourself that you have put me in a position to get the things that I want. It's like something about this is making me want to ask you to make sure you give yourself credit, that you give yourself praise, because you know a lot of times we won't get it externally. We won't get it validated by other people. You got to validate yourself for everything that you've done to get yourself here. And I think I know, I understand that spirit is proud. Because the star coming out first and foremost, that is a very proud energy. That's a very honorable energy. And you got to be proud. I'm proud of you. You got to be proud. So as 2024, I think you are getting ready to step on a solid footing. I think this is a great tone to set the year off with. And I'm blessed to be able to sit here and see where you're going. So Leo, I hope this makes sense. Just know it's been a pleasure. I thank you. Bye.